Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Chaos Creates. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I'm here to share with you a layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and it is a new month, the month of June, and so I'm going to be using one of the new release cut files. This is the log cabin, and there's a real sort of outdoor adventure theme to this release. So there you can see I have backed my cut file. I've cut it in some black cardstock and backed it with a variety of sort of wood grain papers. And you see there, I just flipped through some photos of Seb. These were taken at Dove Lake in Tasmania on our holiday, and I wasn't sure which one I was going to use. They were slightly different poses from him, but I decided to use this other one. Now I am just going to go through and flip through all of the die cut ephemera. I don't make you watch all of this. I'm just sort of sorting through, seeing what I can make work, what I think, what I think I can access, and then putting the rest aside. Now I pick up this title, which is Epic Adventure, and I have pulled out, so I'm using the Legendary Collection by Coco Vanilla Studio. It does have sort of an outdoor, adventure type theme to the collection. So I wanted to use it here. And I've sort of picked out this mixed media paper, and it makes such a great background. So I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to add a strip of torn up strip that I found in my scraps, and just stick that down to give the sort of log cabin a bit of a base to work from. So I'm going to put the log cabin straight and then put my photo on a little bit of an angle, have the title Epic Adventure. Now I'm just flipping through, I'm seeing what sort of papers I could make work. I wasn't sure about, I wanted that title, but I thought I might be able to use the Epic that you can see on the left and fussy cut that, and also the Adventure, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I'm just sort of flipping through. I like this sort of, frame here, but I was like, oh, I can't get it around enough the photo. This is a 4x6 photo. I have left a slight sort of white border around the edge. I print at home on my Canon selfie. And so I just use the Canon app to add that white border. Now I'm just going to, matte my photo on some of this sort of blue colored, different blue colored cardstocks from the collection as well. So I'm just trimming around the edge there just to leave a little border around that photo. And then I will use my edge distresser just to distress the edges. And yeah, I do this a lot. I love how it looks. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it on this darker navy. I do think about putting it on this white as well first, but I do change my mind and just use the blue here, the darker blue, and just trim around with my big scissors, and then I will rough up the edges as well. So this layout did come together reasonably well. It took me a little bit of time to back that cut file. I did use a few different wood grain papers. And I've also used some, I don't know if you can make out, but the chimney is backed in some brick pattern paper from this collection as well. So I'm just going ahead and pulling out the different die cut ephemera to see what I can work around the page. That cut file took up quite a bit of space. I wasn't really sure how I was going to embellish, but I'm really happy with it in the end. I really wanted to include these mountains. It's hard to make out in the photo, but this photo in the foreground is sort of a stone beach area at the lake, and then there is a sort of boat shed in the background, and then further back is where is the top of Cradle Mountain. For those of you that know Tasmania, it is a beautiful part of the world. So as you can see, I did just flip through. I fussy cut that epic word because I think I'm going to change that out as my title, and I do like that much better. The bigger epic stands out a little bit more. So same title, just slightly different lettering there, and I like the contrast of the two different types of lettering. Now I've put the mountains in that bottom left-hand corner along with the bear, and then I've got explore the outdoors in that bottom right-hand corner near the photo. And then some more mountains at the top, that deer head. I am going to go through, I don't make you watch all of this. I will go ahead and sort of stick all of this down. But yeah, I did cut some of this out. So I'm just going to use my foam adhesive to pop these, the epic title up. I do stick adventure down flat. I stick the bear on some foam adhesive as well as the deer. But a lot of things I do stick flat. So I do stick the um, cabin and also the log cabin and also the photo flat to the page. Now, I will let you know that I've left the link to Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group below. If you're not a member there, make sure you go ahead and join. There is a challenge on for the month, and you can be in the draw to win a prize pack. I think it's valued at $20, 25 New Zealand dollars, to the Etsy store. So make sure you go ahead and enter. It's this wonderful adventure theme. So do make sure you go ahead and enter. And so as you can see, I am sticking some of this down. Maybe I do leave it in. Maybe I do leave it in for you to watch. But I've also left a link to this specific cut file. So the log cabin in the Etsy store, as well as the Facebook group. And yeah, I really, I really think it's a great one. I've got a couple of layouts coming up that use this month's release. Yeah, it was a really great one. And because we'd just taken this holiday in Tasmania, um, it was quite an adventure-filled trip, lots of outdoor things, and so I've got quite a lot to document. I will put this in my album. I have got a separate album that I'm doing the whole holiday in, but I'm just picking out a few photos and a few bits and pieces for the stories I want to tell in my sort of everyday, project life slash everyday album. So I have gone ahead and put that tab next to the side of that photo. I will go ahead and put yeah, probably the date, and I'm adding that legendary sort of banner sticker, and then I'm adding this let's go sticker. I do use or try and use quite a few of these stickers. I go to use this arrow, but it just felt a little bit dark, and I knew there was a die cut ephemera arrow in here that I could use, so I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. And yeah, I'm going to keep working my way through. I'm going to add some tiny words. So this one says awesome. I'm just snipping a little banner in the tail end of that, or a little tail in there. And I do pull out a few more, but I've got quite a few loose from one of the other sticker sticker sheets. So I'm just going to go ahead and yeah, use and find what I can make work in those sort of loose ones. I've got unbelievable on that explore sticker, and I'm just adding love it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and add I guess those fish banner tails and stick it right on top of that die cut ephemera there. And yeah, it's sorry, I've just left a bit of that sticker. So yeah, I'm just going to add that there, and I like how that's looking. And I don't know what else. Oh, I felt like there was a bit of an awkward gap in that section there. So I'm going to go ahead and use this clear fox sticker, but I'm going to stick it on some white cardstock and just fussy cut it. It is a fox, and for those that know, Tasmania actually doesn't have any foxes. They have no foxes on the island. And so I am using that fox, but to be honest, it kind of reminds me of a Tasmanian tiger. Could be either way. That's what I'm thinking in my head. And so I'm going to make it work there. It was the right sort of size, and I knew it was going to fill that gap. So I think that's almost it for the actual embellishing. I'm just seeing what else I can make work. And now I'm just going to go ahead and add some enamel dots and stick them around the page. Just adding 3 to the 3 different sort of clusters there. And that's about it for my layout. I do add some black splatters. I'm going to go ahead and add some black splatters with some Liquitex acrylic ink. But that is about all for my layout. I will leave you with some close-ups, and I certainly show you the layout at the end. But yeah, please go ahead and check out the Facebook group and make sure you get your entry in for this month's challenge. Go ahead and look at the, there is a folder there that you can add your creations to. It was easy for me to create. Like I said, we've taken this holiday. It was quite adventure filled. So this month's cut file release really spoke to me. So I've got a few layouts coming up, and I'm going to finish off here. I've made a big mess, but yeah, this is it for my layout. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I will leave you some close-ups, but go ahead and give this video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everyone. Bye.